wears a pretty, it's trendy, but it's pretty conservative for a 7-year-old.
Yes.
But he usually gets like a 1.5 taper down to skin. And then he doesn't want me to cut the top, so I'll just blend it with the sides and then give him a hard part. But that's a pretty trendy hairstyle at the moment. I don't think it's going anywhere. So, and he gets haircuts every 3 to 4 weeks. It's probably not that long right now, so we're going to do a 1.5 and then just fade it down. And I think that's the easier way to do it when you're first getting started. I usually go 0, 1, 2, 3. You know, I work up the guards, and then a lot of times when you're first starting, it's easier to go larger first and then work your way down. That way you're not creating those little like steps in there. All right. You look down for me? Look all the way down. There we go. So this is a 1.5. And like I said, his hair is really not that long. You can see it's not taking off a huge amount. But that's right. You look down. And a lot of times, you know, if you're doing this on a child, you're not going to get the best results because they're moving targets. But he's pretty good. And I'll try to make this as easy. There's like no hair left behind, I guess.
So you're not curving with the head up on top. You're going straight up.
Yeah, for him, because he's going to have all of this taken off, I'm not going to curve with the head. If he wanted it to be shorter on top, if he'd let me cut it, then there would be a little bit more room to do that.
He knows what he wants.
He does. He's very, very particular for a young person.
So you are curving with the top because you're taking that whole side down.
Yeah, just to get around right here because that's where I'm going to create my hard part afterwards. But I would say it's not blended, you know, so it's not like I'm scooping out or anything like that. That's nice. Are you sure you don't want to take any off the top? Mm-hmm. Is that a... Don't touch the top? Yes?
Don't.
He knows what he wants.
He does. I wouldn't say with everybody, they don't necessarily want it up this high, but for his style, he likes a high fade. He calls it his military or his cop haircut. That's what he likes to call it.
Is that what you want to be when you grow up? Yeah.
Going to be a cop or a scientist, right?
Yep.
Okay. Look down. Just kind of bright. Yeah. I'll set it alone, I guess, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, look all the way down for me, okay? This is the Andes DGRC. It cuts like the Oster. It's just a little bit lighter. And a little bit quieter because they sound like vacuum. There, so.
So she has the detachable blade, not the guards. The blade is detachable.
They are supposed to be universal with the plastic, but they are slightly shorter. There's about 1/8 of an inch difference between each part, but these ones are just a little bit shorter. Like if you're doing a buzz cut or a really short fade, I would prefer to use metal. If you want something with a little bit more taper, or somebody wants like a 4 on the sides, the walls are fine. It just depends on what kind of look you're trying to create. Well, if somebody asked me for like a number 3, with this I would go up a size like a 4.
Yeah.
At the moment, there is no health benefits because there's not enough employees within your franchise.
We're working towards that.
You okay? And I wish I could describe this better, but I am not. I'm visual, so everything I do is look at it and do it. So I am not great at describing what I'm doing. I just go for it. That's the best way I can describe anything.
Okay.
So
Look down.
1.5, 1 and now half.
Yes. So 1.5, 1, and now we're going to go down to the half. And then we'll go in and tighten it up at the very end. This one's a half.
How do you know like how high to go? Do you judge it by each client?
It depends on their head, because some people don't want a high fade. And usually when you're doing a consultation, just make sure to be really clear and kind of show them with the mirror before you start. That's one of the things that we do at Great Clips. When you do that consultation, you do show them with the hand mirror before you start, just to make sure you're on the same page.
Them.
Unless the client asks for
A specific person, yes, because everybody in Great Clips are supposed to be able to do every haircut. So it just goes in order. Those are Great Clips clients, yeah. And that is, it would probably kind of be difficult as far as taking most of your clients because we are at a $15 price range. So if you're looking to move to somewhere where they're going to charge $30+ for just a haircut, they might not the curling iron and flat iron and things like that, but not a lot.
So do you prefer that we have a barbering license or doesn't tell?
It doesn't.
And then this is
We-
the 0. This is like the equivalent to the
stylists that are barbers.
trimmer that you would
Barbering
use.
license. One of them first was a
Oh, yeah.
cosmetologist and worked in full service, and then she got the barbering license.
I'm sorry?
She has the whole picture. The
I'm
other
just
one
gonna
went
lightly-
straight to barbering school and only did that. She didn't
Tapering
want to do all this.
the
She
very
wanted
bottom.
nails and
He
everything.
actually gets that
So
little
she
point
is a
in the back,
barber, and she has a harder
and
time.
that's the reason I
with
do
the
fade it so
women
low.
and,
So he doesn't get the ducktail
to watch
so
her blow
fast.
dry is very funny because she can't, it's harder for her. So we hire anybody who's licensed, doesn't matter. But if you only have a barbering license, you're probably going to have to teach yourself to come do it as basic. We'll help you as much as we can. Yes. Not a lot, not very much.
Not with a straight razor. Yeah, not, you can have that barbering license, but we will not do straight razors.
Just
in
relax
the
for a
salon.
second, okay?
So we relax. The sellers don't like to do blow dry. They don't, so a lot of times if the blow dry is next on the list, they'll go hide. If they're saying they'll go hide because they don't want to do the blow dry. Because they would rather,
It's more of a fast-paced salon, so you want to get
you'd rather do 3 haircuts and get 3 cuts rather than 1 blow dry and maybe 1 cut. So they don't like to do blow dry, so I kind of keep the prices high so we don't have that to do. They just want to do haircut.
That's why you learn how to do a blow dry and under certain
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Oh, I can see a little remnant of your design from before. We were trying lightning bolts a couple weeks ago, and there's a little squiggle in there. I'm like, what is that?
The kids in school want his haircut. Is he like the he's cool kid? Yeah.
You know,
The star
I do
haircut.
use him
Sporting by.
for marketing purposes. A couple weeks ago, all the kids in his karate class had lightning bolts. So I was like, okay, let's try the lightning bolt. And from there, people do come in. All right, well, all the way. The gap there from that. So we can at least make it look intentional. Can you see what I'm looking at?
That's the one, that's the one. The design.
After you're done and she's wiping him down, you always want to do that also so you can take a look and see if you see any lines in there, and take a step back and spin them around in the chair to take a look in the mirror so you can see if you see anything that you need to.
Usually I would have like a mirror in front of me, and that's what I use to measure like sideburns, and I use the mirror as my guide. And you play tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Do you guys do beards too?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually if you have a wall and you have the little trimmers that come with it, they'll have the beard attachments. Do you guys have those? The beard attachments?
Yeah, that looks better. And I guess this would be kind of like the equivalent if you had a wall, if you were to open. This would be that in between. Since he won't let me cut the top, we're just gonna leave it, but pull that over and we'll give you a little hard part in there. That's short enough for you? No, don't look at the comb. Just look at your hair.
He's a picky client.
He is.
And then I don't know if you can't see her, but she's grabbing and no,
Yes, you
you
can.
don't move the clippers up and down this way. You'll move it from side to side, or depending on how wide they want it, then you can move it up and down. But I would start off always with a thinner. Line.
You can adjust once you start, but I wouldn't go full on like a huge line to start. And it also just depends.
Even if a client says I want it wider at first before you even put it in there, I would start off thinner.
We're almost done, okay?
Yeah, looks really good.
Yeah, he's the person I practice everything on. Anytime I want to try something new, I'm like, sorry, it's you. But he's a good sport. And not everyone wants like a really slicked look, so you can always use whatever you want, but he wants it glued to his head. And then afterwards I can see if there's any hairs that I need to go back in and get through that hard part. So now that everything's glued to the side.
Is the blonde on his hair ends? His?
No, he was blue for summer.
Oh, so he's getting colors too. Cute. Oh, like mommy. Blue.
Yeah. You can see. You're almost done. Okay. All right. So tickle.
Thank you, Vincent.
Thank you.
This is for you. Thank you for being such a good sport.
Oh.
When you have hands. I'll be right here for you.
Turn around, Vincent. Good. Slow turn. Yes. Perfect.